Hot take, singles events are one of the most underrated ways to meet single women. I'm not talking about cringy speed dating in a Hilton ballroom. It's 2025. The game has changed. One of my personal favorites is Pitch a Friend, where people give short, funny PowerPoint presentations pitching a single friend. I'm not affiliated with Pitch a Friend, this is unsponsored, but their events draw in hundreds of singles and their audience tends to skew heavily female and cute. So if you're single, look up Pitch a Friend and events like this in your city.
So apparently, singles events are starting to look a lot like women's yoga classes. 30 women, 2 guys, and one of them is just there because his friend dragged him. And now, women are furious. They can't figure out why men are refusing to show up.
If you're a single guy in New York, what would entice you to come to a singles event? My friend and I are hosting singles events now, trying to help single people in New York get off the dating apps because dating apps suck and actually take their own dating lives into their own hands. How would you market this event to get your guy friends to want to come, to get guys in general to want to come? We do have a solid base of people, but just in terms of our growth, trying to understand what is most compelling to guys when it comes to these types of events. The way that we're structuring ours, it's very low key. There's no matchmaking, no speed dating, no pressure, no setup or anything. It's very casual and open format so that people can just come in, have conversations with people. We do have conversation starter cards to try to break the ice a little bit. But other than that, it's very free flowing so that people can just have conversations and feel confident going up to someone that they think is attractive at this event without any pressure. So if you're a guy, what would be enticing, the way that we talk about it? Do you want to hear success stories? Because we do have people, including myself, who has gone on dates from these events. Do you want more footage from the actual event? Do you want to hear from people who have gone and liked it? Do you want other perks to come with a ticket and then pay a little bit more for the ticket? Does the venue matter? We've generally been hosting them on Friday nights. Does that really make a difference if you want to come or not? Just would love some insight into how we get men in particular to come, because the girlies have no problem. All the hot, successful, cool, smart girls, they're all signing up, and we have them in droves. So if you're a single guy in New York, let us know your thoughts. And if you do want to come, we are hosting our second event on Friday, March 28th. And I have info about that in my bio.
Here's the thing, men finally did the math. Why pay $50 for a singles mixer, get interrogated about your salary, your future, your ambitions, only to be judged in the first 30 seconds because you don't drive the right car? Most men would rather save the money, stay home, or actually hang out with people who respect them.
So I went to another singles event. I've been to 3 so far, one last week and another one 2 years ago. And my rating for tonight's event is 3.8 stars out of 5. It was a chill event. It was at a bar in Santa Monica, and it was a pretty diverse crowd. A lot more men than women, which apparently is a thing at all of these events. And what I noticed about this event, because the previous event I went to was centered around a game, so it got people involved in groups and things like this. This was just at a bar, and people, there were games, but that wasn't the crux of the event. And so, really, people were just trying to socialize. We even talked extensively about how we wish this would happen more in real life, but in real life it doesn't happen because people are just so doing their own thing. The men don't want to bother the women because they just seem that they don't want to scare them or make them feel uncomfortable in any way. And it's just and the women were talking about well, we want to be approached, we want to be talked to, we want to meet somebody in real life at the gym or at the grocery store or walking on the sidewalk, and there's a proper way to do that, right, without making someone feel scared or uncomfortable. But it was this thing that we all were really craving, and this event just created that atmosphere where we could do that in the setting, right? So I appreciated that about this event. It was still awkward. I'm awkward, but it was, you're just there with a bunch of strangers, and I noticed that everyone there was they brought a friend who brought a friend who brought a friend, so people kind of had someone that they knew, or they'd been to these events before, so they kind of saw someone they knew from last time. I was I know no one, I came completely by myself. It was pretty freaking scary, but I did it, and I met people, so yeah, it was a decent time just to socialize with strangers. And the group I ended up talking to, there were 6 of us, and there was 3 guys and 3 girls, and all 3 guys were in tech. 2 of them were software engineers. I don't know what the other one did. It was really diverse. One was from Hong Kong, one was from India, one was from Syria. So it was an interesting crowd, and I thought that was really interesting. That's one of the things I love about LA.
But of course, the narrative is, men today are intimidated, they're not confident, they don't know how to approach us anymore. No. Men aren't intimidated. They're uninterested. There's a big difference. Intimidation means he wants to but can't. Uninterested means he's looked at the deal on the table and decided, yeah, I'll pass.
At every singles event, it's all women.
Yeah.
That's exactly
I don't want to do them anymore because it's so hard to get men to sign up. And I had one a few weeks ago, and one of the guys was like, please do this again. This was awesome. I'm like, I will do it again if you promise, like, get friends to come. Like, it's so hard to get guys to sign up. And he's like, no, why would I want more competition?
Yeah. But why? Like, I guess both perspectives. Like, what do you think? But also as a guy. So if you told me when I was 27, hey, there's a singles event where there's going to be 20 to 25 really cool women, I'd be like, yeah, like, that's sick. Like, why would I not go? I go to the bar to meet the single woman.
Yeah.
And I go to the singles event where they actually want to meet me too.
Yeah.
But as a guys, why did we never go to them?
Yeah, doesn't it take away like the thing of rejection? Like,
Well, what my perspective was this. I feel like guys are super sensitive to get rejected. And when you go to a singles event, there's an expectation that you should hook up or you should like meet somebody.
Yeah.
And if you don't, it's like, oh, well, you got rejected. And maybe if you hit on somebody there and they don't like you, it's very in your face.
Yeah.
Whereas if you get rejected at a bar, it's so like sugar coated and it's so like
kind of disappear.
you can disappear or like just pretend like something happened. You
Yeah.
could hide.
And the frustration from women comes from a place of entitlement. For decades, they've been told that men should pursue, men should chase, men should prove themselves. But now, men are checking out of that game. They're not showing up to be free entertainment. They're not competing like it's America's Next Top Boyfriend.
Welcome to Stoop Dating in Boston, where we see if you can find love on the stoop. This time we're bringing things to the clock to see if these two can beat the clock and become a match. Why did you sign up for this event?
I just recently got out of a 6-month relationship. It was never official, but we were hanging out for 6 months. And my friends were like, Paige, let's just get back out there. Let's do this event. Let's just go have fun. And I was like, I never do anything like this. See what other people are out there in Southie doing the same thing.
My friend told me about it, and it seemed fun. Like Paige, I also don't go on many dates, so I felt like this would be fun, put myself out there and meet new people.
What are you looking for in a partner?
I like someone who's confident in themselves and also likes to try new things. I feel like I like going out and doing new things, trying new things, and I hope I find someone who's also like that as well.
I think I just want someone who's genuinely caring and wants the best for you and wants to see you succeed and be your best friend throughout your whole life. I feel like I'm young at heart and want somebody who likes to go out and do things and wants to have fun.
Do you have any funny stories from a time you got hit on?
This one time the trains were down, so we had to take the bus. So I get on the bus and I have my arm up to hold on to something up above my head. This older man, he was probably 50, he turns to me and he goes, "Are you a secret woman?"
Think about it. These events are marketed as a great opportunity to meet quality men. But who's showing up? Quality women? Not really. You get groups of women with laundry lists of demands, 6 figures, 6 feet, 6-pack, yet they don't bring anything to the table except attitude. Why would men volunteer for that?
And I said, I don't know exactly. I was like, what do you mean by that?
What the does that mean?
And then I was like, I don't think I'm secret. And he's like, no, your deodorant. Are you a secret woman?
That's insane. Are you?
Yeah, I do wear secret. But I think he was smelling my perfume.
Oh my god, his ex wore secret and he got triggered by your scent.
I was at a bar and I leaned back to stretch and lifted my head over, and I feel someone scratching my head, fully scratching it, and I turn around and it's this also 55, 60-year-old woman staring back at me grinning as she has her hand outstretched it was right over my head, just looking back at me. And I took, what?
Scared?
I think I literally jumped out of my seat and almost knocked over my drink.
Was she a MILF?
I don't think I looked long enough to decide, but my gut tells me no, most likely not.
Do you think you can find love in the Southie bars?
I think while the sun's up, you have a much better chance than when the sun's down.
Okay, the sun is still up.
The sun is up. It's possible.
Yes, but depending on what bar you go to.
What about the clock?
100%.
So instead, women are sitting there at the bar, sipping $14 cocktails, whispering to each other, "Where are all the good men?" Newsflash, they're at the gym, at home investing, gaming with their friends, traveling, building businesses, literally doing anything except wasting time at events where they're treated like walking wallets.
So I think I finally realized that, like, men 35 and older are just, like, so much more dramatically mature than, like, guys around my age right now. What the heck? Like, literally last night, there was a 37-year-old, and he was honestly, like, really cute, but, you know, obviously 10 years older than me. We, like, genuinely had such a great conversation, and then at one point he, like, asked to kiss me, which honestly I kind of respect him asking versus just doing it, and I declined, but he, like, respected it, didn't, like, force it, and, like, he lives right nearby me, so he just dropped me off at home, didn't even try to make a move, like, just super, like, nice, kind person. And he, like, we exchanged numbers because we want to, like, go hang out and, like, do things together as friends, but, like, he didn't text me today, like, in a weird way that most 20-year-olds would do. He didn't, like, try to, like, set up a date. Like, it was very normal, and I, like, really appreciated that.
And that's the truth. Men refusing to attend singles events isn't about them being weak. It's about them finally realizing their value. Why walk into a rigged game where the rules are stacked against you, when you can just step out entirely?
And, like, the maturity in that. And then my friend made the point, and she was like, "Jen, he's not flirting with you because he's mature, and he's not gonna, like, jump on that unless you signal to him. He's just gonna respect you for who you are because he's older and mature." And I was like, damn, there is a difference. There really is a difference in men between in their 20s and early 30s to late 30s and 40s. Like,
So if you're wondering why the guys stopped showing up, the answer is simple: men didn't disappear. They just stopped playing clown auditions for women who don't respect them. And honestly, that's the smartest move they could have made.
And that wraps up today's episode of Manosphere Daily. If you enjoyed the content, give it a like. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified as soon as a new video is out. Share your thoughts in the comments below. See you all tomorrow.